here to bring you another anime review. This time I'm doing it on Hunter x Hunter, episode 95, Grudge and Dread. Episode 95, a week behind, but I'm catching up, and as always, my commitment to excellence. This time I'm bringing you a local beer called, not local, but I'm bringing you a beer called, it's Cherry Wheat from Samuel Adams. It's delicious. It is the Cherry Coca beer. That's all I got to say about that. I know what you guys are thinking. Hey, Alert Wolf, why are you always drinking fruity beer now? Sometimes I like to drink beer, and for sipping, you know, I like going all over the place. I am a omnivorous beer drinker. I will drink from the cheapest cheap to the expensive of the expensive, and everywhere in between. I love them all. But anyway, enough about beer, back to Hunter x Hunter. Now, basically, this episode is a setup episode. A badass setup episode. But a setup episode for the fights that are about to take place. We're nearing the end of the 30-day punishment, so to speak. Suspension for Gon, obviously. So that's about to be lifted. Basically, the episode starts out, you have Morel and Knuckle. And they're fighting the cheetah dude, and the cheetah dude is fast, but they keep getting better on it. They're able to predict his movements and stuff like this. Now, I will say this. I know the cheetah dude is quick. You know, he a cheetah and whatnot. But it slightly, what am I gonna say? It almost slightly disappoints me a little bit that they weren't able to take him out and they just let him go. I know he's a small fry, but you know, the master, hell, Knuckle should have taken him out without a problem. Now, Knuckle did manage to put his little timer thing on so they could track him, and so he's you know, and they're like, let another master take care of him, one who's better at dealing with speedsters, you know, and I get it, and they could always track him, but letting him live means more people die, so I'd have just killed him, but whatever. But then again, it's not like they could catch him because he ran away so fast. So there you go. Now, they go back to check on Gon and see how he's doing, and to show him Kite. Now we get a further explanation of Shun's power. That is, any damage he inflicts on you, he can take your body part away, which is what he did to Killua. And if he does enough damage to you, he can seal you in his little bird cage. Which is what they did to Kite. Now, obviously, Kite is dead, and he's like some sort of puppet right now. But either way, he's all types of messed up. Scars all across his body. One eye is like big because it looks like it's missing eyelids and stuff like that. And Gon, who still can't use his Nen, goes in there and tries to talk to to Kite. And they warn him. They're like, listen, if you come near him, he's programmed to attack you. So Gon is just taking his blows. And they're all under the same assumption, like, he's not hitting as hard as the real Kite does. He's much weaker. And he is. He did. But and they also realized, Killua realizes, Gon's purposely taking these hits. Like, he could dodge. And at one point, he gets mad enough, and he does dodge. And he dodged the shit out of it. People were, like, shocked and amazed. And then he hugs him. And then that forces him to stop. And they're like, yo, level 2 sits up. And then you see what everybody else sees. And you see the marionette thing made a Nen, like, puppeteering this dude. And he's like, they're like, yeah, you know, Gon can't see this. He goes, he gets even stronger now that you've touched him. So, you know, as long as you don't go near him, you'll be fine. Or if you don't touch him again, he's at level 2. The way we were able, they were like, well, how were you able to stop him? The way we were able to stop him is we had to severely injure him. And this makes Gon sad and angry. Not at them, obviously, but at the whole situation. So the 30 days are up, and it's time for them to go on the train ride. And the two masters are joking around how, why are we taking those two? Well, we said we wouldn't take them to whatchamacallit. This is a different spot. So they get into town, and they're worried that they haven't heard from the Grand Master, the chairman. And they're like, well, he's either dead, but if he hits us up today, we know he's still alive. And he does. Speaking of the devil and whatnot. And so it's all good, and they're gonna go proceed as planned. Now on the train ride, they were worried about a little bit about Gon because they know Killua's improved tremendously, and that's been comments throughout the entire episode. But they're not sure about Gon. And Moriel said, dude, just trust me. This break has been good for him. He's focusing him. He's saving his energy. Just watch. So that night, before they head off into battle, and this is where the badass part comes in, Moriel goes to Gon, like, listen, fight me, like, you're gonna fight the one that killed, that effed up Kite, you know? And if you hold back, you're off the mission. And he's like, can you do that? He's like, you sure you don't want me to take it easy on you? Yeah. He takes off his shirt, he powers up, he gets mad muscly, he's badass looking. Then all of a sudden, you know, and Knuckles like, yeah, show him, show him your jockey. And he's like, all right. And he starts picturing all the shit that Miss Kitty there did to that naughty kitty, did to Kite, and he just starts powering up like a maniac. Like the ground starts shaking, the roof starts shaking, pressure starts building, cracking the floor. L'Oreal starts to get scared, he's sweating, he's like, holy shit. And he was still going, and he had like dead eyes, man. And then all of a sudden, Killua puts the hand on Gon to calm him down. Like, that's enough. Isn't that enough? Yeah, that'd be enough. You know, he goes, oh man, I'm so sorry. I would have killed you. And he goes, and Moriel starts laughing, so you can go crazy with the best of them, huh? And this is where shit gets good, because at the end of the episode, they talk about who's taking on who, and it's 2-on-2 grudge match styles. Obviously, Gon and Killua are taking out the kitty chick, right? Then you have Knuckle and Shoot taking on Minfu. I can never pronounce Red Dude's name. You're Red Dude from now on. And Butterfly Dude is being taken out by the Masters, as well as Crazy Bitch. In the background, they show her, so I guess she's may or may not get involved. I don't see her powers being too offensive, so. But, and obviously, the King versus the Chairman. And I cannot wait for the next episode. I cannot wait to see how these matches go. And death matches. This is starting to get really good. I can't wait to see how badass Gon and Killua really are. Because they just keep getting stronger. Even when it doesn't look like it, they're just rising to the occasion. And remember, they're still two little kids. I mean, granted, the ants are like babies compared, they've only been around for a few days, but you know what I mean? As far as other human beings concerned, these are just two small little boys, And they're badass as hell. I love it. I really do. It captured why Dragon Ball was so badass. And Dragon Ball Z was so badass. With Gohan going crazy and whatnot. But I've always liked this. This is a little better when it comes to that badass level. I'm gonna say it. I mean, I'm not saying it's better than Dragon Ball Z. I'm just saying when this show gets badass, it gets badass. But that's enough out of me. So, oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. I didn't even rate the episode. So, what am I giving this badass setup chapter? I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Because it kept its level of badass, and this is just a setup episode. So, click it up if you like it, comment if you must, and please, please, please subscribe if you can. And this is your buddy Alert Wolf signing off.